We are your first fully digital network. Available in your favorite platforms, our shows can reach you wherever you are, whenever you want. Plus Network meets you where you are. Our desire is to share with you stories that are both educating and entertaining. We are committed to uplifting you in every facet of your life. Why? Dahil we believe in you. Our stories will move and inspire you to do more and be more. From financial lessons to inspirational life testimonies, we will make sure your 2021 will be a year you regain control of your life. Join us as we share with you stories that will hack healthy lifestyles, quick and easy recipes, money matters, parenting secrets, and many, many more. Kami dito sa Plus Network, we are behind you. So sa 2021, hindi na mahirap ang mangarap. Follow, subscribe, and like us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. And together, we can all be more and be plus. We are where you are.
Janina Vela here. Welcome back to Adulthings, the show where we talk all things adulting. So masaya po ang usapan natin ngayong gabi. Well, parang newscaster. And if you would like to tag, maybe patama, some friends who you feel like need to hear this, we are going to talk about healthy girl and guy friendships. At kung posible ba talaga magka-friendship with a guy or the person of the opposite sex. Ooh, interesting. I want to check the comments right now to see how everybody is doing. Of course, Maya is here always. Ali, Vincent, Charmaine, Shekinah. I love it. I know you guys so well. There, Kuya Jessie is here as always. Seychelle is here. Okay. Thank you guys so much for spending your Friday nights with us again. I love being able to have these conversations with you guys and learn new things because I know that I have a lot to learn in terms of platonic relationships and even in terms of adult things in general. And so I want to ask you real quick. Let's just get a feel of the room. Feel of the room. I want to ask you guys, do you think healthy guy and girl relationships are possible? Do you think... Hindi pantay yung camera ko. Wait lang ha, nainis ako. Ayan. So do you think, let's see. Another interesting topic daw, sabi ni Angela. Love the hair. Thank you. I'm still figuring out the curly girl method, but yes daw. Verdict is in. Yes. Pwede daw? Sige, let's talk about that. Hindi pa rin pantay yung background ko. Okay na yun. Wag niyo na lang pansinin. Sige, without further ado, to engage with us and to teach us maybe a lot of I'm sure, a lot of valuable lessons on this topic. You know, here is musician, content creator, campus life coach. We have Red Calayan.
Hey! Hello!
Hi, Kuya Red!
Hey,
How
Janina.
are you doing
Good to see
today? Good to see
Good.
you!
Yeah, pretty good. Ikaw ba? Kamusta?
Oh, thank you. Nobody has ever asked me that on this show. I'm
Grabe.
doing good. I'm excited
That's
kasi masaya po ang usapan natin tonight, no?
For sure. Yes, definitely. This is kind of weird, Janina, because usually I'm the host, you know, introducing
Really?
you or
Oh, nga,
something.
no!
Yeah. It's always
That's
that.
so true! Because for many years, we've been in the same events naman. Pero ako yung interviewee at ikaw yung interviewer.
Yes,
The
that's right.
tables have turned.
The
Turns have tabled.
turntables have-
Ayun. So, sabi nila, welcome daw to Adulthings. Hello po, good evening. Hello,
Yes.
Kuya Red.
Good to see you here.
And so, we're gonna talk about this. Let's go right into it, no?
Okay.
I want to ask you the question I asked everybody. Is a healthy guy and girl relationship, or friendship rather, possible?
Yes. Okay, it's possible. Not only is it possible, but we need it. As in, yeah, we should be having healthy guy-girl friendships. So, yeah.
Okay, why do we need it then?
Good question. I think it's just a human thing. So, on a very basic level, I mean, that's how we are as humans. You know, there's guys, there's girls. And we need each other. I think we balance each other out. If you ever see those videos of just guys doing guy things, like, alam mo yung parang they'll attach firecrackers to the ceiling electric fan to see if it, yung mga ganun na parang, that's why guys die younger. So parang we need girls to balance out.
Is that a real statistic?
Yeah, guys usually die younger. And I guess
I didn't know that.
They do dumb things. So we need girls, you know, to have that wisdom and that, like, I think you shouldn't do that, you know, that, yeah. So that's one example. Like, we're so much better together. Like, when you get guys and girls together, we're better together.
Yeah, and I think also on the girls, perspective, if you talk about attaching firecrackers to electric fans, I feel like that's one of the attributes of boys or men that I like having. It's that, sige, try natin, bakit hindi? Alam mo yun? Yung parang, sige, let's go lang. But it's not much, I was gonna say this, but now it sounds bad. No, so we go, not much logic comes in very much. Pero matalino rin naman po yung mga lalaki. But it's a very interesting mix, no? Sabi ni Kuya Jesse, posible daw, pero delix yung relationship. And I actually want to talk about that. When does, a healthy guy and girl friendship become delix?
Oh, that's a question?
Yeah.
Oh, sige. Top of mind thoughts. Pero contribute ka rin dito, Janina. Siguro pag ako ba? Kung masyadong close. How do you define it ba? Siguro let's talk about extremes.
Okay, extremes.
Of course, one extreme is masyado akong praning, masyado akong careful. And then you don't get to enjoy, friendships with the opposite sex. So you're missing out. So that's one extreme. The other extreme naman is pa-fall ka lagi. Or paasa ka. Or may mga nabibuild up ng expectations sa other party. Akala nung ibang tao na may gusto ka na. So, mga ganun. Or, I guess yun yung isang extreme na hindi ka careful. Masyado kang pa-close. Na hindi ka na careful. Either sa heart mo or sa heart ng isa pang tao. So, those are the two extremes. Siguro dun siya yung delikado. Ikaw ba, Janina? What do you think?
No, I like the first extreme na na-mention mo. Kasi, yung masyado kang praning. Kasi parang, I think we were just talking about this where all girls schools and all boys schools, parang where a lot of us grew up separate from the opposite sex. And then it becomes like such a scary thing. It's like a novelty to see the opposite sex. And then you just, or if you grew up in a Christian setting like I did, it's like, oh, guard your heart, huh? Be careful. And then relationships with the opposite, it just never happened. There is, I think my mom was talking about this story, sabi niya, sa isang mga talks niya, sabi niya, may isang guy daw, parang may nakita siyang girl na nahihirapan sa mga gamit niya, and then, hindi niya tinulungan, kasi daw, baka pa-fall daw yon kasi or baka sobrang may boundary siya. Pero nahihirapan pa rin yung girl. Sabi yung girl, ikaw naman, parang tulungan mo naman ako. So there is that side, no?
Tsaka baka feeling pogi yung guy.
That's the other side. Na, that's true also. Yeah. But I think the other side that you mentioned, the second extreme, no, which
Yeah.
is what a lot of people are. I think this is what Kuya Jesse is talking about. Somebody mentioned, ouch, paasa, uhu. Pag assuming either party, either no has boundaries, that's a good point. Yun
Yeah,
yung
yeah, yeah.
point na nagiging delic siya, no?
True.
Can you maybe give examples of ano yung pa-fall?
Sige. My sister has a friend. So this is like siguro a case study or something. Or something I refer to. My sister has a friend sa barkada nila. They call him a Labrador.
Okay.
Because he's cute but he's dumb. So parang you turn him, parang he's such a
Is that
Labrador.
politically correct? Like,
It's them. It's like nakailan na siyang yung babae na napafall niya na parang because he was too close, he was too like too kind, too friendly, like to an I don't know, to an extreme or to a place na pwede na siyang ma-interpret as gusto mata ako. Parang ganun. Or wala.
so ano yung mga can you paint the picture? Ano ba
Ayun.
yung too close?
Dun sa case na yun, hindi na nag-elaborate yung ate ko eh. So, hindi ko na alam. Pero some top of mind examples, I think like, well, first, yung actions that can be misinterpreted or can be too close. Case to case yan, context to context. Baka for some cultures, parang normal lang. Sa ibang culture, parang, uy, iba na yan, may meaning na yan. So, I don't know, figure out your context. But top of mind examples, I think in my experience, late night heart-to-heart talks na super, parang, alam mo yun, parang buong buhay mo, naman na. Parang ganun. I think that usually leads to something. Sa mga ganun, daily good mornings, how are you? Sa mga ganun. So parang, I think one possible gauge you can have is this something Joas can do? Or is this something Joas would do?
Yeah.
If it is, maybe I shouldn't do it. Parang
Yeah, that's actually a very good gauge. Na I think you have to first kasi clarify to yourself what this relationship means to you.
Yeah.
Kasi kung wala kang clarity within yourself, then you'll just go with the flow. Tapos,
True.
ang dali mong magpa-fall. Not magpa-fall, ma-fall. To the other person, diba? And I think clarity is a very important aspect of
For sure.
healthy guy and girl relationships. Kuya Red, have you had any experience with having to clarify, lack of clarity? You know?
Which one?
So yeah, we can just say, a friend kasi did this, My ate. You will go back to the ate thing.
I don't know if any of my friends are listening. Baka matrace nila kung sino to. I have had times where I had to dial things down with a girl because I was beginning to like her and it was beginning to come out. Parang ganun. There's this quote na hindi ko maalala sino nagsabi, pero parang love is like a cough. You can't hide a cough, even a small cough. Parang ganun.
Tapos when you hide it, mas lumalabas. Alam ko yan. Yung
yeah, yung kate na ng lalamunan. So parang
yeah. Like
so
love is like a cough
yeah.
pala. Sige.
So I had to back off a bit. Because I was getting parang every opportunity to serve her, to help her, to hang out with her. Kahit yung mga kami lang, parang I would take it eh. Kasi yun yung gusto ng heart ko eh. So I had to like dial things on fire. No, this is not good. So, especially because wala naman akong balak na ligawan siya, na, magka-relationship. So, yeah,
yun yung mahirap doon. Okay lang naman magka-crush, diba? Pero kung wala kang balak,
anong ginagawa mo? At kung may balak ka, kung gusto mo naman, kung okay naman yung timing, edi go. Pero kung malabo, wag na.
Oo nga. Sige, we can go to the comments kasi parang medyo this hits home eh. Sabi ni Jinky, haha pa-fall, I know so many people. I know someone whose nice guy antics were misinterpreted. Example, yung tinatanong lagi kung okay ka lang ba o kumain ka na. Oh.
Oh, man.
So, paano yung ganon? Na kung nice guy lang talaga siya, pero laging nami-misinterpret.
That was a
Kaninong kasalanan
Labrador.
yun? Yun yung Labrador. So,
Oh,
kaninong
but they're
kasalanan
cute,
yun? Is it the Labrador's
helpful.
problem or the one who pet the Labrador?
What an analogy. I think you gotta be smart. I think you gotta be wise. Na, sure, malinis intentions mo, pero kung wala kang wisdom, hindi masasaktan. So, maayos ka. And I think that's where good, wise friends come in. Yung parang, you can always bounce. You can always ask them, parang, hey, do you think this is like too much? Do you think this can be misinterpreted? So,
yes.
so do that. You know,
I
have
like
good friends.
that you mentioned that accountability. I think is very important kasi a lot of the times pag may mga nakakausap akong guy or may mga guys in my life, yung nalalaman ko after a while is that hindi sila like walang may alam sa mga ginagawa nila sa akin. They were keeping it a secret. And I feel like that's also a good gauge for both men and women, that if you feel like it's something worth hiding or it's something you're not open to share with other people, the way you're treating this person, then maybe we need a heart check.
Oh, for sure. Agree ako dyan. Ikaw ba? May experience ka na ba dito? Na parang, uy, iffy to Hindi ko alam.
My mom was at a single stock. And then she literally said, like, in the middle of the talk, I was in the room, and she said, Janina, she's an expert at clarity. Okay,
Girl,
maybe to a
explain.
fault.
Make it clear.
Girl, because... sorry, girl. Boy! Because...
Yes!
Like,
yes,
I think
Janina,
I've made so many mistakes na kasi.
I
Na
see.
either ako yung pa-fall na hindi ko alam until 10 years later na may crush pala tong guy on me for 10 years tapos hindi ko alam. Akala niya nagka-MU na kami pero hindi. Like,
that's a
sobrang
long
bulag,
time.
sis. Bulag. So I've gone through that where I had to learn from those mistakes.
What
but
do you
also,
do? Do you confront the guy? Hey, do you like me? Come on.
oh
Gusto
my
ko sa
gosh,
akin.
I've done that one time. It's so embarrassing. But I don't recommend that. That was one of the worst decisions of my entire life. Don't ask a guy if he likes you.
Okay.
But what I have done is either go the dude bro way, Uy, tol.
Dude zone.
Bro. Yeah, dude zone them. Bro zone them, right? Or be upfront.
Paano upfront?
Like, just to clarify, I'm not really looking for this. I'm not really in that season right now. I'd really love to be friends with you, like that. But it's never ingenuine. It's always genuine that I really want to be friends. But I feel like when the situation calls for it, I think I'm doing the honoring thing. Or this is the way that I see it. Is that it's the honoring thing to clarify, then, mislead, then lead on, then... And I think it's so scary kasi wala sa kultura natin na mag-clarify. Not to say, oy, friends ang tayo, or parang ganon. But I actually, I've had this conversation with my friends where, why is that not the culture? I feel like that's the honoring thing to do, to just set it straight from the beginning. Otherwise, you could, lead each other astray or lead each other on. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
When you said that, you did kind of explain that, hey, I think you're a bit close, Parang may ganun ba? May ganun explanation? Or just upfront, hey, let's be friends.
Hindi naman. No, I think this one time, I explained na, these actions that you're doing towards me, I really appreciate them. And it's not that you're ingenuine, but unfortunately, I just don't believe this is in the boundaries of friendship right now. And I see you as a friend, but the thing is, I've only ever seen you as a friend. And I think what my parents have taught me all of these years is that if there's a malabo relationship in your life, you have the power to define it for yourself. And so I do.
That makes sense. Because again, the heart is, we want to build the friendships, we want to be loving and honoring. And it's not loving or honoring when you leave the other party confused and anxious. Na parang, ano ba tayo? Yung may tension na hindi that's not very loving. So it is
Yeah.
good to clarify.
That's true. Kasi a lot of the times people are like, oh, I'm only being nice. I'm only being kind. I only want to love this person. But you really have to ask yourself, is this really the loving thing to do? Like, is this
Right.
real love where I'm imposing the way that I want to treat her, but not thinking about
Mm-mm.
what this does to our friendship?
Yeah, that's true. Because it can be very anxiety-inducing. Na parang, ano ba to?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Have you felt that?
Um, I think it's different for guys. Eh.
Parang, oh nga, you know what? I want to hear from the guy perspective.
Yeah.
Like, what is clarity like from a guy's perspective? Ba't ka nasi-stress? Light conversation lang to, Kuya Red.
Light conversation
Kasi
naman.
ano eh.
Okay. I don't know if any of my friends are watching. There have been times na feel ko na parang, I think this girl likes me.
Mm.
And it wasn't like feeling pogy. But I also had some friends who kind of confirmed.
Mm.
And so that was the time that I had to back off a little bit. So that was the route I took. I don't know, it's weird. How would you feel if you like the guy, tas naging obvious, and then the guy tells you, may gusto ko sa akin, no? Parang ganun. Or it's like, it was such a fine line kasi na I do want to be friends with this person. I feel like if she finds out that I know, we'll never be like normal.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, there'll always be that thing in the air na, this guy knows that I liked him before or whatever. So, yeah. So I don't know. That was the move that I made.
So
Is that a good
wait,
move?
what did you do?
I distanced a little bit. And
Distance.
then naturally din naman, I mean, like, the seasons changed and we weren't in the same circles na rin. I mean, it just naturally, like, parang went to a safe distance.
Mm.
Okay, so we good. And now we have a good friendship. Kasi yung before, yung height, yung parang, may tingin talaga eh. Yung parang, if you're in an event, and you're just casually scanning the room, parang biglang, oh, 2 eyes locked at me. Oh, okay. So it was something. So that's what I did. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Do you have tips for the future?
You know what? I have no I don't know.
Yeah.
Baka alam ng viewers natin kung anong gagawin dapat.
Maybe.
Ano dapat yung ginawa ni Kuya Red? So, parang,
Is it easier pag girl to guy confronting na, hey, your actions are too, like too
you know
close
what?
or something.
Maybe
Pag guy
it
sa
is.
girl, I don't know eh. I don't know. You don't want to put the girl in an iffy place. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still feel like though it would be the honoring thing, don't you think?
Like absolute clarity. Sit down and just be like, I think you like me.
No.
Or you know, our friends told me you like me, but I'm sorry, I just really see you as a friend or something. Well, what did happen was I got a girlfriend, so that did kind of make things
That
clear.
ended that, you know.
I don't. Yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, that is what happened. I did get a girlfriend.
Oh my gosh. Guys, that's not the answer to everything.
Get
O
a
siya,
relationship.
sige.
Tell people you're not available.
Comments na nga tayo. Hindi ko na alam. Okay.
G. Kaya case to case, context to context. Walang formula, as in, I can't give you guys a formula.
Yeah. Yonja says, wow, interesting name. How should we respond kapag may time na kakamalan, thank you, na kayong magjowa but really just friends? Oh. Like if people see you and they assume na magkajowa na kayo, pero friends lang kayo, how do you respond to that?
Just give the showbiz answer. No, we're just friends.
Yeah, but then what does that do anything to the dynamic of the friendship when you realize that, oh, people are seeing us as more than just friends? That the way that we're translating in people's minds is more than what we are.
Yeah, it depends sa tao. Kasi kung wala talaga eh. I mean, there are people who are hyper platonic. Like the two of them together, it's like nothing's ever gonna happen. So there are people like that. Just based on experience, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if your actions do kind of make people think that there's something, I think maybe you should assess. Like, are we doing Joa things? So maybe we should
Go back to
not
that
do Joa
question.
things.
Are we doing Joa things? Like, is this something that we need to? And I think I was having this conversation with my parents. It's when you clarify, at least in your heart, even not even in to each other, that you're friends. It's as if you're making this level of commitment to that person. And not in a sense that you have commitment that it's like so much. It's you're only committing to friendship. And so anything above and beyond that commitment is not part of the contract. So what am I trying to say is that when you commit, dapat pantay rin yung efforts mo. When you commit to this level of friendship, dapat parallel rin yung openness, the affection, the time you spend with that person. Hindi pwede na, uy, friends lang tayo, pero lagi kayong nagde-date, lagi kayong one-on-one, lagi kayong open to 3 a.m. Parang may disconnect naman. Sis, kung jowa levels na kayo, edi mag-jowa na lang kayo.
Yeah. Actually, no.
What do you think about that?
I do remember a story, a case. Pangit naman to call it a case. Two friends. They did Joa things, which means like walking together always. Tapos dates. Tapos pag umuulan, si guy yung nagpapayong, tapos yung girl nakaakbay sa arm. So it's like, so everybody just assumed na, they're together. And then when I asked the guy, hey, are you guys together? And the guy's like, oh, no, bro. So, okay. And then, I don't know if I warned him. I might have warned him to be careful. And then months later, I found out that they weren't friends anymore just because the girl fell for the guy and she got hurt. She got really hurt. So that's why we need to be careful for cases like that. For people who know me, don't guess. I go to different circles, so you have no idea who this is.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point also. I think that's part of clarity is, yes, don't lead on somebody else. Clarify kung yung actions mo ay para sa jowa na. And the second part of that is, don't assume. Wag kang asumera, sis. Because a lot of, and in the guy also, you're right. But a lot of our, and I was just talking about this in a talk, but a lot of our expectations, or sometimes our own expectations can cause heartbreak. Our own expectations of how somebody is supposed to love us, how somebody is supposed to treat us. Pero wala namang sinasabi yung isang tao, pero nag-e-expect ka na, it's the formula for heartbreak.
Yeah. That's another level. Like, kumusta expectations mo? Super taas ba? Like, is it beyond friendship levels na? Ba't di na good morning si Jemerlin?
Tama ka. So, what do you think about expectations in a friendship level then?
Depende sa tao. Depende ulit. Case to case, context to context. Siguro mapapa-heart check ka na kung may selos. Ba't may crush siya,
That's a good point. Pag nagsiselos ka na.
Oh my gosh, crush ko pala siya.
I like it.
Mahal ko siya.
Yeah, if you're wondering why they're spending too much time with this person, or time with another person rather, or kung may iba siyang ka-text tapos may nafe-feel ka. Interesting. Have you ever seen that case?
I don't know. Wala pa naman. I just hear about
it.
Kwento.
Okay, sabi ni Maya, what can you say about situations wherein friends lang talaga kayo pero your circle of friends keep pushing you both as more than friends? Tapos dun na push yung feelings mo. That's the formula for disaster right there.
That's why we tell people don't do that. Don't link people together. Don't link people together openly.
Lo!
Pati lang.
Let's set up in secret. Yeah.
So,
Pero if you're, if you're the guy in this perspective, tapos may mga friends ka who are
ako
pushing
yung
you, what
na-fall.
do you do? Yeah. Okay, let's take it from the beginning.
Okay.
Yung barkada mo lang is
May barkada.
is pushing you. Wala ka pa rin na-feel. Anong
To a
gagawin?
girl sa
Yeah.
barkada.
Mm.
Kung dating, Red, sasakin ko lang. Just for fun and just for kilig. Just for the kilig of the group. Kasi parang, wala namang mangyayari.
Masaya naman eh. It's
Sige.
funny.
Parang kanta ng Itchy Worms, Love Team. Yeah, it's a song about the barkada pushes this guy and girl together and they just ride with it and they like exhibit na sila, parang ganun. But everybody knows it's just a love team. Pero napapa-fall na yung guy. Na parang ang hindi mo lang alam ay ano yun? Basta napapa-fall na ako sa'yo. So parang his wishes, sana totoo na lang. Parang ganun. Haba ng explanation. But
Bakit kinanta mo na lang?
yeah, I wouldn't. Hindi ko maalala yung lyrics eh. Now, present Red is I wouldn't ride it and I wouldn't tolerate it. Because it's like,
What does that look like?
Yung kausapin ko sila, guys, pwedeng wag. Kasi what if may mangyari either sa akin or sa girl. I'll talk to them.
Yeah.
There was that tweet, yung parang, yung the clap emoji, yung wag, yung akong aasarin sa taong hindi ko gusto kasi magkakagusto ako.
That's so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like your second answer or your now Red. Kasi
Yeah.
I feel like we're so afraid of being killjoy. We want the fun to continue and we don't want it to end with us. But if it's at the expense possibly of friendship, because it might end up in heartbreak, like all of the stories we're hearing, or if it's at the expense of your peace and mental emotional stability,
True.
I think it's okay to actually communicate that you're not comfortable with it.
Yes. Clarity.
Going back to clarity. Always clarity.
Confront your friends. Stop it.
Ay,
In Jesus' name, stop it. Joke. May questions ba?
Okay,
May comments ba?
I'm looking at the comments. Ayun, sabi ni Kuya Jessie, nagselos pero walang karapatan.
Yeah! Ano, kayo ba?
Mahirap yun kung wala kang karapatan magselos. Ay, nako.
True.
Sabi ni Christia, ganon din, ginawa ko, ba't ako na-fall pa rin?
Oh, no!
Kasalanan mo na yan, Christia. Joke lang.
Hirap talaga ng emotions eh. Kasi,
Yeah.
a lot of times, hindi mo naman intentional na, hindi mo naman dinecide na, bukas mapafall ako kay, ano bang pangalan? Ako, Jenny Lynn, parang ganun. But it just happens, And so I think that's why we have to lead our hearts. So, yeah.
What does that look like?
Parang, so ito yung heart mo, tas tuturo mo. Dun. Parang, huwag ka dyan.
Uy! Huwag dyan!
Huwag dyan.
Malabo yan!
So, marupok ka. Ayan. Hindi ka niya mahal. Oh my goodness.
No, that's a good point. No. I like, kasi it's funny, it's a joke, pero kung alam mo na marupok ka,
yeah.
Kung alam mo na madali kang ma-fall, then we have to take action towards that, or against that rather. Kasi kung alam mo marupok ka, or napapaasa ka lagi, tapos wala kang gagawin, we'll be in the same cycle again and again and again.
Ay, sakit. Oo nga.
Okay ka na, Kuya.
Okay, sige. So we have some parang ideas and questions in the air now. It's like, emotions are not intentional, so they're hard to control. But at the same time, you're called to guard your heart, to lead your heart. So parang how do you reconcile the two? And then what was the other one? That's where boundaries and personal convictions come in. So on the emotion side, on one hand, wag mong i-deny. On the other hand, kung hindi siya wise, wag kang driven by the emotions. So, that's one. Kasi pag dinideny mo, there was a time I was liking this girl na, and I never told anybody kasi dinideny ko pa sa sarili ko. And the moment I say it out loud, it exists. Parang ganun.
Yeah, it becomes real.
Yeah. So, I was like, I wasn't admitting it to myself. I wasn't admitting it to other people. Eh, wala. So, it just reached the point na kailangan kong acknowledge na gusto ko siya. So, that's the first step. Kung hindi mo acknowledge, hindi mo matideal. So, acknowledge mo. Pero wag kang driven by the emotion. Parang kailangan mo mag-decide, ano bang goal ko? What do I want? What do I not want? How do I avoid those things? And, you deal with that. You process those emotions. You kind of think of the wisdom. What's the wise thing to do? And then, of course, talk to people. Talk to friends. Talk to mentors. Process it with them. And then, dun papasok yung boundaries and personal convictions. Na parang, kaya siya personal convictions kasi hindi naman siya moral issue na it applies to everyone.
Yeah.
Pero baka for you, kailangan
It's not
mo to.
black and white.
Yeah, baka for you, kailangan mo tong certain conviction or boundary. Na to other people, parang, exage mo naman. Pero alam mo sa sarili mo na, hindi, marupok ako lalo na sa tao na to. So, there are some people who set the boundaries na hindi ako maghahatid ng girl. Parang gano'n. Like, it's a guy, tas hindi ako maghahatid ng girl sa car. Or kailangan laging group or whatever. And I could look at that and just be like, exage mo naman. Or like my friend, never lets a girl sit in the passenger seat, but always in the back. That to me is like, exage naman din. Pero wala like personal conviction yan. And, maybe he needs it or he had experience before na may nasaktan or whatever. So, you have to figure that out for yourself na what are your personal convictions and boundaries that, apply to you and your context. So,
yeah. Actually, don't judge me. Ako na yung isa sa mga taong ayaw or umupo sa passenger seat. I think before I didn't have a problem with it. But then because of things.
Something happened. Naging crush mo yung Grab driver mo.
Oh my God!
Naging crush na Uber. Naging-crush na angkas. Kuya.
Kuya naman ang close
it's you
natin.
again.
Kuya, wala nang barrier,
Oh my gosh.
No,
Ay,
hindi.
nako.
Very, sabi ni Kuya Jesse, very Christian yung pinapaupo sa likod yung babae. And you know what? Honestly, yeah, I guess, it is. And I think now, like, I've really made, and I think I've just, maybe I've grown tired of all of the magulo, of all of the and misinterpretations and stuff, where, like, if I'm gonna have to ride with a guy, I'm like, can I sit in the back, please? And then nobody's gonna contest. I mean, if they contest, then that's their problem. But for me, I'm like, can I sit in the back? And they're like, yeah, sure. And it's really not, if they're really a friend, they'll understand. So I'm kind of crazy in that way, but it comes from something. Don't worry.
Yeah, kanya-kanya. I mean, no
do you
judge,
have one of those, Kuya Red?
I think a one-on-one dinner is weird.
Oh, really?
Or coffee. Kasi to me, the association, to my experience, to my context, is date na siya. So, slight weird. So I don't know. I would avoid it, and I would go out as groups. But that's just me. So
yeah. I
And
think
like
on the
late
flip
night
side,
texts.
naman, for me, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, interesting. So what did you say about late night texts?
Late night texts and messages. I try not to have that.
Yeah.
So pag mga 10, 11, 12 onwards, it's like, bukas na.
Well, they're not going anywhere naman. They can wait.
Yeah. True. And calls.
Tapos when you wake up. And calls.
Bihira lang. Bihira ako mag-call. Like, one-on-one with a girl. My age. But that's just me.
Yeah.
So again, this is not policy. This is not like moral thing. Kanya-kanya.
Okay, here's another question. She kind of asks, how do you become friends with the opposite sex if you have this idea that you're way too different to be friends? From the opposite sex.
Okay. Why? Do you want to be friends? Or do you have to be friends? There are times you have to be friends to a certain level. Like kung teammate mo, workmate mo. I don't know. Look, there has to be something in common. Look for common ground. Friendship,
Yeah.
sabi ni C.S. Lewis, always starts with the realization na, oh, you too. Yung parang ganun, may tayo,
Yeah.
common thing tayo. So look
Yeah.
for that common ground.
And I think that common
Yeah.
ground isn't just. I think a lot of the times when I'm friends with guys, it's not the common ground isn't in way of thinking.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
It's not in mindset. A lot of the common ground is actually in, I don't know, movies or music or
Yes.
random things like that. And
Yeah.
that's what I love about friendships with guys.
Yeah.
Because we could love the same movie, but for for entirely different reasons. Or
For
we could
sure.
support this, for example, this candidate, or like we could talk about this political thing, and then we'd have completely
Mm-mm.
different mindsets, which helps you
Yes.
grow. Because
True.
hindi ka lang stuck in this one way that you have been formed and shaped and molded for your entire life, but you're actually
Yes.
exposed to a different mindset, a different way of thinking.
True.
So, maganda
I
yung
agree,
sinabi ni Kuya
Janina.
Red. You look for something. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ay, nako. Okay. Sabi ni Jinky, paano kung madami kayo sasakay sa sasakyan at ikaw sa passenger seat kasi ikaw pinakahuli sa isasabay? Oh, is this a question to me? Oh, girl, I anticipate it already. I'm like, if like I'm with somebody, I'm like, Ryan, I don't want to sit in the front. Like my little brother, like he's or my best friend.
Galing.
I'm like, girl, I don't want to. Can you work? I was like, yeah, sige, I'll help you. Done.
Nice. Pretty good.
Hindi mag-share ng stream na ito, di ka magkaka-jowa. Paano naman yung mga nasa
Grabe.
stream? Gusto ko rin ng jowa. Joke.
Sabaw.
Okay. sorry, I don't know na. And so I think we've talked about, clarity, and we've talked about
Yes.
boundaries. But what happens kung it didn't, what if you are in that situation right now? Na nagka-feelings ka with somebody who only looks at you as a friend, or maybe you don't know, then what happens?
Do you want the person? Parang ganun. Like, gusto niya bang maging kayo?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
good? Is it the right time? Is it, pero sure na as in hindi talaga, ayaw talaga. Walang chance.
Well, okay, fine. Let's say na friends kayo tapos bigla kang nagka-feelings. Anong gagawin mo na ngayon?
Kung ako yun, tas alam kong, for example, hindi okay yung timing, or parang, like, yeah, parang ganun. Like, let's just say, may feelings ako sa friend ko, pero alam ko, like, hindi okay na maging kami. Then I gotta guard myself extra. Like, how much conversations are we having? How much time are we spending together? Yeah, I'll just guard myself extra.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question about guarding extra.
Sure.
Because sometimes yung nakikita kong nangyayari is when you guard yourself extra against this one person, parang I'm wondering, doesn't that person become special to you? Like, mas dinidiin mo sa puso mo na special pa rin siya kasi ang dami niyong parameters, ang dami niyong boundaries, or ikaw, ang dami mong ganon from that guy. And then doesn't that perpetuate the idea na, oh my gosh, she's special?
I think it really depends on how you do it. If it's really just dialing down things like, oh, we're getting too close and my heart can't take it, so like, yeah, just dial it down a bit. I think there's an okay way to do it, and I don't know, you just have to learn how to do it.
How did you learn how to do it?
Iba-iba talaga per case eh.
Yeah.
With one that I really like the girl, parang it reached the point na it's like my feelings are leaking out, through my actions. So then I had to like pull back and distance a bit. And I remember praying about it, like, Lord, I really like this girl. What do I do? And I felt God, just the clarity of God, just say like, just chill, like, don't do anything, just chill. Parang just that idea na, I'm not telling you to go, so don't do anything. So, okay. So I think I waited it out. I think circumstances just kind of like also just kind of distanced our interactions or time spent with each other. So yeah, then naturally it just like normalized again eventually. So it happens. Sometimes it's just time.
It's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know something. Let me know if this is crazy, but it's worked for me. Is
G.
I have a benchmark friend. So
Explain.
So if there's this guy that I don't know, I'm kind of interested in or something, and I'm afraid of doing more than what is our contract right now, I look to my benchmark friend and I think, would I do this for my benchmark friend?
Galing.
Would I treat my benchmark friend like this? And so you think of the most platonic relationship that you have and kind of compare that. Okay, would benchmark friend, let's call it BMF, would BMF say good morning to me like this, right? Or would BMF treat me this way? And then that can kind of be an idea if you're a little bit over the friendship level. What do you think about that?
Yeah. That's pretty good. Do it. Who's your benchmark friend? Kasi siya yung benchmark ng lahat. Yung benchmark. Ikaw yung benchmark ko. Sino ka? Ewan ko ba? Basta sabi ni Janina, ikaw dapat.
Oh my gosh, don't tell anybody. Benchmark friend. That's so sad. Ay, nako.
So your benchmark friend is like, we're super platonic. Like, for sure. Parang ganun.
Like, wala talagang chemistry, super platonic, brother zone talaga. And so,
you say
that's
platonic?
Yeah,
I
why?
say platonic.
Oh?
Yeah.
You know, it might be platonic.
I don't know.
It's just me. I don't know.
Platonic.
Plato, Nike.
Plato,
Okay.
yes. Did
Going
Plato
back to
never have
Jinky.
relationships? Is that why?
You know, I am about to learn about Plato. We'll ask him.
Okay.
If you like someone and walang pag-asa, you control your actions and reactions. Keep it casual.
Sad.
Yeah, dial down the engagement.
Ooh,
Yeah.
like way down. Yeah, if it's like up here. Sometimes you think it's just here, and then the actions is like, oh, it's up here pala. Yeah, dial it down.
Yeah.
Get help from your friends. Ask them. Hey, am I too much? Because I've had times na praning pala ako, or I feel like the threshold was so low, pero malawak pa yung threshold. So my friends were just like, praning ka. It's like, okay, thank you. Or feeling pogi ka. Okay, great. I'm sorry.
Oh, mo girl. I think I've had that also where I've had that, girl, am I just like, ganda sa sarili. GGSS lang.
Yeah,
and then we'd have to talk it out, and then I'd show them, like, alam mo yung talagang, ipapakita mo talaga yung text. Like, can you check this? Can you look at this?
Yeah.
Kasi also, if you're not comfortable with showing them. Oh, yeah. Hello, guys. So this was my... Di naman. So, okay. If there's anybody here who doesn't have a friendship yet with an opposite sex person, with a girl that's not friendship with a guy, how do you start that?
Groups is a great way. So just join a group. Find a group. Like there's so many forms of groups, like an interest group. I don't know, like classmates, workmates. So just hang out. That's always a great place to start. Just hang out. Spend time. Yeah.
I agree. And kung hindi talaga kayo, okay lang.
Yeah,
sorry, what did he say?
Kung pandemic, I mean, online watch party. Oh, ganun.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, Valorant.
Yeah.
True.
Ayan, si friend Rafael says, if not on the same page or wrong timing, I found it best to pray that the Lord aligns my heart with his heart. So I will want what he wants for me vis-a-vis the relationship. Yeah, that's really good advice.
Pretty good.
I think you always have to align your heart to God. Otherwise, the heart is deceitful above all things, diba?
Yeah. True.
Volatile. Okay, wait. What's the next question here? Okay, there's a question. This is part of what we're supposed to be talking about, pero medyo na off.
Okay. Yes,
But what
yes.
are qualities to develop to achieve a healthy relationship with the opposite sex? Like, what is something that you need, you feel like, to
Qualities,
have a friend?
like personal
Yeah, in yourself.
qualities.
Yeah.
Be a friend, as in,
Mm.
I think just having that attitude of more outward centered. That how can I serve? How can I love?
Mm.
Um, instead of yung gusto mo mag-consume, you wanna take, you wanna experience
Mm.
or feel. Parang, I mean that is important, to experience things. But I think the heart, the primary, always has to be like, how can I serve? How can I love this
Mm.
person? Mga ganun. I think you won't go wrong if your heart is to serve.
Yeah. That's really nice because, sometimes when we look for friends, we're looking for somebody to fill us. It's like I feel alone,
Mm-mm.
so I feel like I need to fill the empty space. But that's a
Right.
completely different, idea where it's
Mm-mm.
like, okay, how can I fill the empty space, but how can I be there for them,
Right.
not just for me.
That's true. I mean, of course, kailangan talaga ng friendships eh. There's that
Mm.
quote that I quoted the other day that, in the biblical worldview, humans are deficient by design. That by design, like, you need God, you
Mm.
crave deep relationships. So it is a necessary part of being human. Um, but yeah, I think like what you said, the key is be filled by God first.
Mm.
Um, be in that place where you can give, receive from God. That's part of loving yourself. Receive from God first, so that you have
Mm.
something to give to other people, and yeah, hopefully, healthy friendships will grow out of that, and
Yeah.
it'll fill that need in you. Then,
Dapat talaga out of the overflow of the heart.
yun,
Ah,
true.
may
Ikaw ba,
question ulit
Janina?
si Fran.
Sige.
Ano? Ito.
Quality.
Ay, quality. Sige, sorry. We'll get to that question in a bit.
Okay.
Quality. Well, I think what we've talked about kind of encompasses it, no? I think
Mm,
clarity,
true.
wisdom, even wanting to honor the other
Yes.
person. And I feel like I think it also, especially when you're going to grow a relationship with, for me, a guy, it's I
Mm,
have to know exactly where my heart is right now. And I
mm,
have to
yeah.
decide for me what I want before
Yeah.
I'm there.
Right.
Kasi yung mahirap kung alam ko na hindi ko siya season, tapos I'm
Mm,
there, tapos I'll just go with the flow and then I'll end up falling. But what I
mm,
make sure I do is, okay, I know where I'm at right now. I know
yeah.
I'm not in the area or the season that I need to be. And so everybody now, and I decide
Mm,
beforehand, everybody now is a friend. And I decide
mm.
before it gets
Yeah,
tempting to
that's
change my
true.
mind.
Yeah. Galing. That's good. Self-awareness. Yung parang just knowing, am I okay? Like, am I in an okay
Mm,
place? Or am I extra marupok?
yeah. And it's okay to be extra, like it's human to be extra marupok.
Mm-hmm.
Okay lang yan as
Yeah.
long as we're wise with this information.
Yeah. True.
Sige, ito
Parang
na
may
yung
seasons lang na,
tanong.
oh man, I'm extra marupok. Oh, GGG. Question time.
Ah. So where do you draw the line with having the heart to serve someone and being pa-fall?
We go back to the gauge. Is this a Joa thing?
Yeah, I guess. That's always the question. Is
uh,
this a Joa thing?
benchmark. Benchmark friend.
Mm.
Would I do this for my
Benchmark.
benchmark friend? My benchmark
Mm.
platonic friend.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I will. We're nearing the end of this wonderful discussion, and before we go, I wanted to ask if final
Mm.
thoughts or advice. Honestly, there's so many topics that we covered in this one topic. Final thoughts and advice, whatever you
Mhm.
want people to take
True.
away tonight. What is that?
Okay, final thoughts. I really hope you can enjoy healthy guy-girl
Mm.
friendships, and I think the best way to do it is in humility.
Mm.
Just really knowing that I have the capacity to make dumb decisions, and so I need the wisdom of God, and I need the
Yeah.
wisdom of godly people, wise people, And I need other people. And as you move in that wisdom, that dependence on God, and just coming from that heart that I want to love, I want to serve, then, it's going to happen. So, yeah, I wish all the best for you guys.
Well, thank you so much for that. He wishes all the best daw for you guys. So good luck po sa mga friendships niyo. And I want to share this Bible verse because I think an important element that we've been mentioning throughout the hour is having the right friends to help you gauge. Kasi minsan kapag in love ka na, pag may gusto ka na sa person, may crush ka na, medyo nabubulag po tayo. We get a little bulag-bulag. And so that's why accountability is so important. And I want to go to this verse, which is Proverbs 13, verse 20. And if we could flash that. And it's, walk with the wise and become wise, associate with fools and get in trouble. And I'm not saying we call people fools, huh? No, we will not call people fools. But the point of this is, I think we've seen a lot of people kasi who are, friends who will push and make you love teams, who will make asar-asar. But I feel like choosing the right friends to open your heart to keep you accountable, walking with them who are also trying to be wise and who are also grounded in the Bible, will parang iwas-iwas rin trouble, yung, mafafall ka, malilid on ka. Yeah. So, sorry, I know I said last words now, but what do you think about that, Kuya Red? Hello? Nag-free siya. Hello? Okay. Anyway. I guess then, thank you so much, Kuya Red, for joining us today. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little episode. Sana may natutunan kayo besides all of our kwentos and all of my, yung mga pinagdaanan ko. But last week, we had a challenge called #Adulthings I am confident. And we have picked our winner. And here she is. So our winner is, cursed by a travel bug. Congratulations, you have won. Plus Network will get in touch with you to find out how you can claim your prize. So thank you so much for joining that. And also for this week, you can use the #AdulthingsGirl and Guy Friendships to let us know what you have learned or maybe liked the most from tonight's episode. Sana naman po hindi yung mga ko. But if it is, then I guess pwede na rin. But, that's it for now here at Adult Things. Thanks for being so interactive as always. Thank you for being so open and game to have these conversations with us. Again, I hope this was a helpful, or this show has been helpful to you to kind of navigate through adulthood or as you're nearing adulthood. Always know that I am here for you, and I hope to talk to you guys a lot more very, very, very soon. So you can watch our past episodes here on Plus Network on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. So we are also preparing a lot of exciting things for you. So please stay tuned. Again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed the episode. This has been Janina Vela. This has been Janina Vela. So I hope that you go through your adulting phase not only with wisdom, but of course with the God who gives us wisdom. So let's all be a little kinder. Bye!